weighing in at 5 kilos and stretching over more than 1,200 pages, the report is a how-to guide for higher user pays charges from the cradle to the grave. It recommends cuts to medical subsidies. It wants dozens of payments abolished, and there's even a suggestion of a radical shake-up of the way all governments tax and do business. The Finance Minister has his own way of saying this reckless spending must stop.
The governments can't keep spending money they haven't got.
By the Audit Commission's reckoning, the government's got to find $20 to $30 billion in savings within the next 4 years, $60 to $70 billion within a decade, if the Coalition's ultimate goal of a healthy surplus in 10 years is to be achieved.
To act now, act incrementally, act fairly.
If everything was adopted, everyone would feel the pinch. It recommends a co-payment for everyone getting subsidised drugs under the Pharmaceutical Benefits Scheme, abolishing Family Tax Benefit B and redirecting the money towards single parents with children under 8, means testing of aged care funds, including the family home, and slowing down the rollout of the National Disability Insurance Scheme.
Don't have any sort of sudden shocks to people. Give people time to adjust.
At universities, students would have to pay up to 55% of costs, the government dropping back to 45%. In schools, the states would be given full funding and policy responsibility. The Prime Minister's paid parental leave scheme is also in its sights, with a recommendation to cap payments at around $57,000, not the current $100,000. The savings would go towards childcare payments. The current subsidies will be cut back to a single means-tested benefit. Young people on New Start would also be expected to move to places with more jobs after a year.
We worked out that the business as usual situation would put us in an ever-increasing national debt, which would reach $440 billion of net debt by 23-24.
Arguably, the most radical change isn't to services but to taxes. The Commission recommends the Commonwealth lets the states get into income taxing. It gives an example. The current 32% personal income tax rate could be cut to 22%, allowing the states to raise 10% through their own income tax surcharge. If adopted, it could allow a US-style regime of tax competition through the Federation. States' rights also extend to public hospitals, encouraging them to impose a co-payment on people who turn up in emergency departments with less urgent conditions. But like all of the recommendations, it's over to the government to decide.
I'll be back with the Treasurer.
The Commission of Audit report is broad. To the government's opponents, it will be breathtaking. Speculation can now run freely up to the budget in 12 days' time. Then Australians will start to see just how hard and fast the government is prepared to push on budget repair.